Slime time! Hello, fans. And hello there, Elliot. I see you're first to post in chat. It's been forever since I was live? No. I was just live. Me personally, I'm live every week. What are you talking about? I think it's been forever since you've been here. But that you've seen. Yeah, I'm live every Tuesday night. And then others are live every Saturday and Sunday as well. Just not me, but other people in the channel. You did amazing with the lore on Saturday. Nice work. I didn't do anything on Saturday. I don't know what you're talking about either. I'm being accused of things again. You were the hero? I'm just a slime. I'm not a hero. What are you talking about? Slimes aren't heroes. Yeah, Nero's the hero. I'm the slime. Nero is defeating you. Well, I wouldn't say defeating at all. Nero was trying to defeat me. It didn't go very well for him now. But, you should all know that I am undefeatable. That's totally a word. Don't question it. Hello there, QC. Can I ask the question of the day? What would you do if I said no? No, go ahead and ask. But it does make you wonder, what if somebody just said no to that? What would you do? That's my question of the day. If someone said no, you can't ask the question. What would your response be? What would be your favorite carnival game? Yes, feet. And there's his feet now. Again. That's the first time somebody ever used that routine, actually. Yes, it's automated. It's automated to show you just the feet. So we don't get in trouble with Twitch TOS. You don't get to see reactions now, though. Because all you get to see is that. That's what people are paying for, right? Except you're not paying anything. You get free fees. I'm doing everybody a great service. Anyway, to Caesar's question, my favorite carnival game. What even are carnival games? I had to think. Oh, somebody, is, reacting to defeat. I got your attention, huh? Whack-a-mole? Carnival games. I don't really do much of games, I just eat cotton candy. That's kind of what I do at the carnival. I just go for the food. I kind of like those ones where you have the targets, you have to throw a ball at it and try to hit the target and knock it over. I'm decent at that. Used to have cotton candy. Now you have cotton candy ice cream. There used to be these popsicles. I think they're called Kids Carnival Pops. And they had a whole bunch of flavors and flavors you don't usually see in popsicles. One of them was cotton candy. They had cotton candy, fruit punch, sour grape, lemonade. What else did they have? They had a whole bunch of flavors. I used to eat them all the time as a kid, but I don't think they make them anymore. Can't tell who is who. Who is who from what now? Al, you talking to QC? Well, QC is QC and Harla is Harla. Fair point, fair point. Except he wouldn't say ZG, he'd probably say systems. Are you systems or are you Shui? You really have to change the name. Following your footsteps. How long does this feat redeem last? It's a toggle, so it lasts until somebody toggles it off. Yes, we're at the channel name, so you have a reason to do that anymore. We don't want to be called the systems. But that's our fault, our blunder for choosing a ill-thought channel name. But yeah, I guess, I'll go into some announcements and updates. There's a cooldown of toggle and it's expensive for a toggle. Oh, I guess the toggle doesn't put me back in place. There. I think I forgot to do a move on the... Actually, I don't know if I can do a move on the... Well, yeah, I can probably do a move on the toggle. Actually, I don't know how that works. Yeah, I don't think you can do the move again on the toggle off. But anyway, news and updates and stuff like that. We will eventually be changing the channel name. I'm thinking by the end of the month. I don't know exactly when we'll get around to doing it, but we're hoping to do it before the month's over. You need a ball form toggle? If that's even possible, it may not be. Oh, it's possible. But here's the problem with the ball form toggle. If I toggle the ball form, and then what happens when you do the foot toggle? Like, you can't do the two at the same time because the ball form doesn't have feet. So I don't know how to handle that. So I have to kind of figure out what to do with the toggles. Like, I might have to have it so only one is available for a given stream. Then another issue with the ball form is that since the size for the live 2D is different, the ball always goes like into a rem spot that's not on screen properly. So I have to like play around with the parameters. So that's why I haven't done it like I can toggle it manually, but I haven't set up an actual redeem for it because I have to like do work for it. Because I not only had to do the toggle for the ball form, but I also had to have like a move command to move the ball into the center of the screen again, which is a lot of work and trying to figure it out, and I'm like too lazy to do that right now. But eventually. Oh, we're still the ZG system. Not systems plural, but system singular. But that's the problem. We want to be the ZG system, not system ZG. Because at system ZG, everyone just calls us system. And that's incorrect. We want to be called ZG. So to encourage people to say ZG, we need a channel name that puts ZG first. So our goal is to put ZG something as the channel name. That's the end goal. Yeah, that's the one update. Another thing, is, and some of you may have figured this out already, but there is a new throwable. redeem that's available. I think maybe Beyond discovered it on Saturday or something like that. I know it's been in place since the weekend, but obviously Cersei was not going to tell anybody about this. But I'm going to tell you now, there is a redeem that you can throw me and my ball form at whoever's streaming. For the time being, it's a free, so it doesn't cost any bits. It's a free throwable. That may change in the future depending on a lot of circumstances. Like, hypothetically speaking, if this stream actually gets really popular and has like a lot of chatters and a lot of people spamming the redeem, we might have to make it no longer free and charge bits for it. But for now, it's gonna be free. Just as long as it's not obnoxious. Well, first, Lilim has to be in existence on stream. So you'd have to have a Lilim to throw it at before that's even a question. Also, I think that Lilim would more likely stab you than bite you. That's more her thing. You didn't know? She's a stabby stab. She likes knives. Which reminds me, as a little bit of trivia, one day we're going to do a trivia game where we ask questions about ourselves and see who in chat can get the questions right. So look forward to that someday in the future. Not too near, but not too distant. Just pulled $50 out of $2 coins as your washing machine. That's what broke it. Yeah, always empty your, Well, I assume, wait, did the money was in your pockets and just, like, broke the machine? Or is it, like, one of those, like, or is it, like, a laundromat machine that, like, takes coins? I assume it's your own machine that broke because you didn't empty your pockets. That's why you always have to empty your pockets, though. Alright, later, Caesar. Anyway, I was talking about something at one point, and I have no idea what I was talking about. How'd you get $50 in coins in your pockets? That's a lot of, change to not empty out. I don't even have that much coins, like, at all in my possession. I don't know if I've ever had $50 worth of coin at one time in my life. Actually, it's not true. I think I maybe did when I was like a child. I want to say I had like $70 worth of coins saved up in a little bank when I was a kid. And then I used it to buy a doll. Which was an epic waste of money, but I was a kid. I didn't know any better or the value of money. But yeah, I spent like $70 on a doll. So yeah, dumb me. Anyway, what else? I think it's of most the announcements. The new throwable is a thing, so make sure to use that on people if you wanna like assault them with little shui. And be advised that the channel name will be changing at some point. We gotta change everything that says System CG, so that means like Twitch channel name has to change, YouTube channel name has to change, and the Ko-Fi has to change all at the same time. So that it's like a uniform branding. Like we're semi-branded because like our website is, you know, the ZG first. We're hopefully try to see how much of stuff we can get that's like that. With any luck. But I guess just watch out for that in the future. As long as you're following a channel though, you should be able to see the proper channel name or like be directed to it, don't have to worry about it. But if you're just accessing it by your browser history, you might one day have an invalid link there. So, oh well. Also, you can just be following us on Blue Sky or on our Discord server, where you can keep up with when we go live. Very good way. I don't think I have a Discord command because I wasn't smart enough to do that. But there is a link in multiple sections, I think. Probably the About section has a Discord link. The bot will eventually give the link every once in a while. It does that in chat. So it should be pretty easy to find where our Discord server is if you're interested. And then we always announce when we're going live in there so you can easily see when somebody's streaming. Now, some of you may have seen the title of today's stream and are wondering what the heck that's talking about. What are we doing? That's an excellent question. And I'm not going to answer it right now. But I will tell you something. I'll tell you what I'm not doing. You see, I could be like pretty much every other VTuber I'm seeing right now and play the horse game, the horse gacha. No, I'm definitely not going to do that. I am not playing the horse gacha. Because that sounds like a really stupid thing. No offense to people who are doing it, but it sounds dumb. I am definitely not doing that. But we are going to do something else. Today is going to be a bit of a silly stream. Good. Are you saying you're not interested in Horse Girl Gacha? I don't know why that's the new trend. But I am not one to play a game just because everybody else is playing it and it's the thing to do. I don't care if that hypothetically will get me more views. I'm more concerned about doing the things that I enjoy and I find fun. Not interested in any gacha. Some gachas are okay. Conceptually they're dumb as a premise, but some of the games themselves are fun games to play. So I kinda give them a semi-pass. You're interested in the art from it? That's fair. I just don't want to play a gacha about horse girls personally. That's not my thing. And I heard not all of them even look... They're just a bunch of anime girls anyway. Some of them have horse ears. I heard somebody say that not all of them even have the horse ears on them. So it's at that point, it's what are we even doing? But whatever. I understand that some people like the designs of the characters, and that's cool and all. But, it's still a gacha. And I don't like doing things that everybody else is obsessed with at the time. They're all named after in real life horses, yeah, IRL horses. Yeah, I kind of figured because then the names are really bizarre. I'm that name sounds like a name that you'd actually name a horse for horse racing. Strike Witches was from... Ah, okay. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Okay, that makes more sense. Still not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is boba tea. At least they're not named after boats. What's wrong with being named after boats or cars? Well, Cars is it's not named after the card, but Cars is a cartoon movie series. So they did Cars. And Planes. In a different way. I think there's a series that has girls named after guns. I would not be surprised if that was the case. That's probably a thing. There's all kinds of weird stuff out there. And I see that as a weird thing myself. But there's far weirder than me. But as for the point of today's stream, aside from me just rambling and talking about a bunch of nonsense, I want to do something a little different. A silly little stream that will show some weird and silly things that you can do in a fighting game. Or at least I'm going to attempt that. I may not be successful at my attempts, but I want to show off some like goofy things that I know how to do in fighting games and hope that I can still do them. And that's kind of the whole point of the stream, because it's going to be based around infinites. Now, infinites are a thing that many fighting games have. It's a very common thing that you'll find a character that can do a combo that goes on forever until the enemy dies. But a lot of them are very technical and require vast amounts of skill that the average person will never do them anyway. That's not what we're going to talk about. I don't have skill. What are you talking about? No, we're going to talk about infinites that are so easy, even a slime can do. These are the most brain-dead, silly little things. They're just so broken. That's what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to show a few of these here. I get caught up on chat. There was one I watched where there were actual guns, but they summoned the guns. They weren't fought like that. Huh, interesting. But yeah, let me get my mix box first of all, because I gotta plug that in. And we will update the stream info. I don't have a specific game in mind. I wish there was a Fightcade category. I can say I'm playing Fightcade, and then I'll cover all the old arcade games, right? Whatever, we'll go with retro. Where's my Fightcade? Now, the first one I'm gonna do is one that I recently mentioned when I was doing my collab with... I was kind of like telling him about this infinite. He was not able to do it himself, of course, because it's hard to do, even if it's really easy. If you're like new to a game, don't understand the mechanics of the game very well, that can make it trickier. But yeah, this is like one of the easiest this isn't the easiest, but it's one of the easier infinites that I know of. And it comes from Rage of the Dragons. All in all, there are 3 characters in this game that have infinites. And only one of them is really easy. The one you normally see in play is actually a harder one by Kang, because he's top tier, partially because of that infinite. And really high skill players can do that one. And, you know, that's cool for them, I guess. But I can't do that. I know that Lyn has a corner infinite that's very tight on timing. Like, it's, in theory, it's like, it sounds simple, but it's hard to execute just because of timing, for me. Because it's just like, you do crouching, heavy punch, into fireball, but you have to micro run forward to keep it going. And anytime you have to move for an infinite, I can't do it. So I can't do that one. But I can do, or at least I have in the past done, the Alice Infinite. So that's what I'm going to start with here, is trying to show off the one for Alice. It doesn't really matter who the partner is. So I may mess this up the first couple of times because I have to get a rhythm for it. It does require you do her first impact. And I don't have her first impact combo memorized. But the basic gist of it is you just do an aerial first impact. Does it not automatically fill up the meter for practice mode? That's weird. Well, it's not important. But yeah, you do an aerial first impact, and at the end of the combo, you do her down plus... What the heck? Yeah, her down plus light kick, aerial command move will drop her to the ground fast enough that she can redo first impact and do it again. and then she can just loop it forever. Now I might, like I said, mess this up a couple times, but we'll see if I can get this going. Oh crap, the player 2 controls are set. I gotta undo that. Because player 2 is gonna kick me every time I try to press anything. Because of stupid default controls. Just clear everything out of player 2. Okay, hopefully that'll make this work. Alright, let's try this again. See, I don't know how to do her first impact. Nope, that's the ground. We need aerial. I dropped it. If I had more practice and was not that cold, I could probably do this a lot better. Ha, I keep messing up the first impact. She's got a weird combination for hers that doesn't feel comfortable for me to do. Because my main characters I play in this game, they all start with A, and she starts with B, which is what's throwing me off so much here. This is basically always over and over again. And she can do this forever as long as you don't mess up, like I did there. But yeah, it's basically an infinite. I think I've demonstrated enough for the idea. And you can just keep looping that forever. And if you get tired of it and they're getting low in health, you can just do a super or something instead to finish it or whatever you want to go out of that. But yeah, you could just keep doing that stupid loop until your opponent dies. And there's literally nothing they can do about it. So it's just very easy infinite. One of the easiest ones to do that doesn't take a lot of skill or anything like that. So if you ever want to do a cheap infinite, play Rage's Dragons, pick Alice, and just do that. What else do we have here? Okay, and this one's gonna be a lot harder. I can't guarantee I can do this next one. But we're gonna try. This is gonna be for the Last Blade 2. I think I can do this in training mode. Actually, how does the training mode here work? I might not like their system for training mode. We'll see what it pulls up. I'm getting a bunch of weird pop-ups. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Hold on. There's a better way to do this. Nope, that's not what I want. Go. If we set this to... oh gosh. AES. Sure, we'll do that. Let's get the console version. The Neo Geo console. Because then I can put it into the actual built-in training mode instead. And it should be easier to work with. See, we can do this. This is for my actual main in the game. A car. Oh crap. There's a code I need to enter here for... I mean, you can do it on any mode. Nah, I won't do the code. We'll just do this. I think I could do it with the normal version of her. Right? Yeah. This should work. This should work in any mode. It's a really weird, wonky combo, though. So, she has this move here, which doesn't look like anything much. It electrocutes him if you're nearby. But it's got a weird juggle property. I think I'm too close to the wall, actually. Yeah, hold on. But if you kick them, it doesn't have to be a kick, but anything where they get rebounded off the wall, Or if they jump at you, like if he's on the wall and he jumps at me, I can still anti-air with this. As long as you're near a corner, you've got this weird... Oop, missed that a little bit. This one's harder to do because timing related. You have the micro walk. See, I don't walk far enough. But like basically if you can keep walking forward far enough each time, you can continuously loop then in that forever. Which is stupid. But is it theoretical infinite? Well, more than theoretical, it's infinite. Now there's a weird thing about this game. A single combo has a cap. You cannot actually do all their life, so you can't like... If you do this from full health, you will not kill them ever. Because the health will stop going down once it hits 70%. So, you kind of... It's like a weird attempt at infinite protection. But it's not that useful. Because all you have to do is do like 30% of the health outside that combo. And then you will kill. Not good at time. Honestly, based on the damage cap, it's practical actually to do a super at the end of that. You do like maybe like 4 times I think in power mode or 6 times in speed mode, and then you just do like a super afterwards. What's her super again? I don't have my button set, do I? Yeah, misses some buttons. Yeah, I think that's our super input. So yeah, I think you can just do the super, and you'll hit the damage cap after a few times. Let me see if I can get that going. Well, now if I hit forward... And again, you don't have to kick them into the wall, but there is a way you can combo into the kick. So you can kind of do some like, kind of cool chain stuff if you're in either speed or EX mode, and then end on the kick and guarantee it from a combo. Or you can just let them jump at you from the corner if they try to jump out of the corner and anti-air them, and then you can start it from that too. Because, not too impractical. I'm just very bad at it, because I haven't played Last Blade in ages. There. It's hard to do that and then a super input because I'm not very good at it. Come on, I need more than 2. I need like 4 of them. We did 3. Maybe not right off of 3, just to demonstrate. We're not gonna super at all. I need to practice this into super. Wait, can I not do that super? I think you can, I'm just messing it up. She has another super I can do. That's how you do it. Oh wait, I need to do... Do I have options? Shoot, hold on. I have a select button here. Not properly. Or gauge max. I don't know if... I don't know if she's considered low health or not. But I also don't remember what her super is. And those half circle back twice. But that doesn't seem to do anything. It has been so long since I played this. I didn't know what her actual moves are. Watch me like completely different than what I thought it was. What is that motion? I hate when they just draw lines and like... But it does have like the weird Yeah, that doesn't, like, tell me anything. Like, I don't know what that symbol is supposed to be. Half circle back forward? Maybe? I think it's a half circle back forward. Okay, yeah, it is. Can I do that? Okay, yeah, you can't do that. That one's easier to do. That's not max damage though, because I only did 2. But I think if I do like 4 of those, if I can hit him with 4 and then do the super, then you basically get max damage. I can't get 4, I can only get 3 because I'm not very good at timing. Worm's really bad at button pressing. Oh, I had the 4 that time, but I messed up my input for the super. I gotta do the super, right? Oh, he got dizzied. I was gonna say, why did it not do the move? No. I did it right one time. Stop getting dizzy! It breaks your combo when you get dizzied, which is the dumbest thing ever. Like, it should never break you out of a combo with dizzy. I'm about to look at another method of stopping infinites. How come I can't do the super now? I did like the first time I tried off like 2. Cannot do the stupid full combo. I think I'm trying too hard. He got dizzy again. Bad mechanic. There's a reason why I like Last Blade 1 better than Last Blade 2. This mechanic is gonna drive me crazy. That's just asinine. Why can't I do it when I hit 4? It's just my, like, in my own head where I'm, like, trying to rush to don't get enough time now. I can do it too. But for some reason can't do it with more than 2. I'm just really bad at getting this move to even come out. Because no one's fault but my own. It's not like it can't be done. It's just I'm not even getting the super input out. I gotta just do Fireball instead. I must have like really sloppy inputs. Only when I'm doing more than 2. When I do 2, it's like fine. Even 3, I can't do it. But yeah, this is like a dumb juggle forever kind of, unless he gets dizzied. Well, I can't really show the combo properly because I'm bad at fighting games. But hopefully you get the idea from the fact that you can just keep juggling with that stupid thing forever. Until you decide to just do super, as I showed that much at least. I don't know if it's possible to do her other super. It probably is. Well, it's probably hard. Actually, there might be like a weird way to do it. That doesn't work. If you get hit with her anti-air, you can super cancel it, because if you do anti-air... Okay. Hard to do. Trying to cancel it. I know you can cancel it. That's not what I was trying to do. Is there an easy way to do super? She did cancel like right away from like that first hit. I don't know how you're supposed to do the input that fast. There's a second way to do it. But that one's even harder because you need to do the follow-up. And cancel the follow-up, which isn't always guaranteed to hit. If you time it like that. And I always lose in tournaments for Last Blade 2 because I will miss the super after that. Because I can't time it. Which it doesn't look that hard because I happen to do it first try. But believe me, in an actual match, I miss that like all the time. I almost never hit it. It's like a miracle. That's what you're supposed to. Wait. You're supposed to kind of like... You don't know how you told... I've done it once. In Last Blade 1, you can't even do a cancel from the follow-up. You have to cancel from the first hit of the thing. And I've done it in Last Blade 1, actually. Super cancel. So I should be able to do it here, but I'm just not getting it. The window is just so tight. Just a sweep, right? Yeah, then how? I wish I knew how long I had to hold the stuff. The anti is weird because, like, it's listed as just down a kick. But that doesn't really work. You have to charge it, but I don't know how long you're supposed to charge it for. Like, the charge, but it's not a charge at the same time. It's really weird. Like, it functions like a charge special, but sometimes you don't have to charge it. Last Blade 2 is all kinds of broken, is my conclusion here. There's actually more infants in this game. So maybe I should, look at that, actually. Because hers is not the easiest. Is it Lee? No. It's, this guy. This guy, yeah. I don't remember what mode I need to be on for this, though. I'm gonna assume speed. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful game. Let me see if I can do his infinite. Is it not speed mode? I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or it's not a speed mode thing. Let me try power mode. I hadn't done this in such a long time, I don't remember exactly how it works. I could just put an EX and guarantee it, but... For some reason, I thought it'd be a speed thing, because I could be just like doing it entirely wrong too. That's always possible. Okay, yeah, it is power. I'm not doing it very well, but you can technically infinite with that. And all is mashing is mashing A and C together. Which is like weak slash and kick. I'm not very good at infiniting with it, but like it's got like this just several hits that if you do it correctly, which I am not, but if you do it correctly, you can just kind of stay in the air forever. If you're good enough at mashing. He only falls in the gaps. See, I almost did it there, but that's basically all it is. If you mash hard enough, then you just stay suspended in the air and keep slashing forever and it's an infinite. So that's like one of the easiest infinites in fighting games. That's easier than the Alice one for sure, and definitely the easiest thing that this game has. But that is not the easiest infinite ever. Nope. We're still getting there. For an even easier infinite, we have to go to King of Fighters. Is there a counter to it, or if someone knows how to do it, you're screwed? There is no counter to being hit. If you are being hit, you can't do anything but be hit. So no, there is no counter to it. Once they hit you with the first hit, it's an infinite combo, so it just keeps going on. The only way it stops is if they drop it. So you're at their mercy. You're just screwed. That's the thing about all infinite. Also, hello there, Mako. I don't know if you probably missed my earlier infinites. But, don't get hit. Yeah, basically the counters don't get hit. Which is easier said than done. But, yeah, if you haven't seen the first couple of infinites I was showing off, definitely watch the VOD once it's on YouTube, and look at how slay those are. But we are getting sillier. I have to make sure I have a source for this next game. I don't think I do. No, I don't. Oh well. I'll have to make a source for it. But yeah, we're gonna go to King of Fighters. Because we're gonna do even more brain dead here. I wonder if anybody knows what the most brain dead infinite is in King of Fighters. Any KOF fans out there who might know what's the easiest infinite to do in the history of the series? There are actually a couple of easy ones. One of them I never tried before, so I'm not going to show that off. But I'll just tell you, this is not the one I'm going to show, of course. I think Iori has one that's broke easy in one game. I don't know if any of Iori's are easy. I know of an Iori one that's hard, that I can't do personally, from 13. But it's like such a big thing that I dominate the King of Fighters 13 tournaments for years. And someone actually perfected it and was like one of the strongest tournament players as a result. I know that thing. But I don't know about an easy one from Iori. But I'll talk about some ones I'm not going to show today that I haven't tried yet, and I'll show you the one I do know. Remove this in a capture. So before I show the one that I'm here for, I'm gonna talk about some honorable mentions. Ones I've never tried before, but I know are really easy. There is an infinite in King of Fighters 2000, the debut game of Kula, in which she can basically do her ray spin, which is her quarter circle back kick move, and you can just loop it forever. Sounds simple. I've never tried it before though, so one day I'll have to revisit this premise and try that one. But I don't have any personal familiarity with that, because I don't really play King of Fighters 2000. Not one of my favorite games. But that sounds very easy. I think in 98, Kim Cap1 might have a Stomp Infinite, but I'm not too sure about that. I'll play him. But we're gonna do something very fun with one of the cheapest characters in KOF history. Let's give a round of applause for Ignis. Also, I think the volume's too loud. Is it just me or is the volume too loud in this game? I'm changing the sound from here. It's only at 4? It sounds blazing. How is that 4? 4 out of what? 5? Okay. Oh, we're gonna have an ad break soon, but this probably won't take long. So in King of Fighters 2001, which is where Ignis debuted, it becomes very apparent that he has an infinite in that game. Because as you're fighting him as the final boss, sometimes the computer will just do the infinite on you because they want to. Which willy-nilly. I don't know if I can do this one very well because I've not practiced. But it's just his DP over and over again. Oh, my buttons are not set correctly. That's a problem. How do I change that? Control. Gosh, hooray. Set. It thinks I have an Xbox controller and I do not. We'll go with that. I didn't try to do that, but I don't know what it's doing. Okay, don't move on your own, please. Ignis is your favorite KOF boss? Even SNK as a whole? That's what. Okay, wait, that's not to do. Okay, I was not trying to do that. Is he? My goodness, you think you reduce infinite? Okay, I think they changed his DP in this game. In 2001, it knocked you up high enough and you recovered fast enough that he could just keep looping this move over and over again. But it looks like they don't let you do that in this one. I thought they still had that in this game. His quarter circle forward? Oh, you're right, it's quarter circle forward. Yeah, so that still works. Oh, unless you, time it wrong. For some reason I thought it was DP because it knocks you up. But yeah, you just keep doing this. Oh, look, her life is gone. Too bad. That's the game, everybody. So hey, Lich, how's it going? But yeah, that was in KOF 2001. His original appearance, and imagine that, he's a tough boss already. Imagine you're fighting the final boss for the game, and he pulls out the infinite on you. Because the AI will do that sometimes. If it wants to infinite you, then you've just lost, and you can't do anything. Too bad, sucker. But what if I told you there was an even dumber infinite in this particular version of the game? I'm not the end of if I could meet this. Wait, hold on. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, I'm doing it wrong. I've seen this before where you just mash jab and it just links forever. I don't think they passed that one though. They might have passed that. But when this game first came out on Steam, you could just do this forever and it wouldn't knock him back very far. So you can just like loop it. You might have passed that out though. So it's not, it doesn't look like it's working. It's just standing there. I thought it was standing. They both knock him back though. He didn't have this pushback originally though. I think they changed the game. They might have like bug fixed or something, but they changed his other move. But I distinctly remember at one point you could just stand there with jab and it would just hit forever. It's not anywhere but. Yeah, it was definitely his jabs. But it pushes him back further now so you only need 4 of them. It's not like he can move fast enough forward to Link, so... Unfortunately, that one I really wanted to show doesn't exist anymore. Which is a shame. We're also about to get ad breaks soon anyway. But yeah. I thought that was hilarious, and I'm disappointed that it's no longer in the game because it is so stupid. The fact that you can just... You amuses me to jab your way to victory. He still had the Corsica forward punch one, which is still dumb and still easy. The easiest thing you could ever do is just hit Corsica forward punch over and over and over again until they die. Yeah, those are all of the stupid, easy infinites I know in fighting games. There's a lot of other dumb ones that exist, but they are harder for me to pull off, so I can't do them. But I figure if I can do it, it's gotta be really easy and anybody can do it. So feel free to try those. You can now say you know how to do it infinite. Now I will need to come up with something to do once we're done from ad breaks because that didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna take. I just hit my first ad. So I gotta figure out what we're gonna do after the ads are done. One thing is, are there any other stupid things you can do? There's other infants that I know of, but none that I could pull off. Like, I had trouble pulling off some of the ones I did know and had kind of done before. So I'm definitely not going to try ones where I've never done it before. Like in the third Virus History game, the one that's exclusive to the SNES, there are some kind of dumb things you can do with fireballs that can create an infinite. Technically, there is a theoretical infinite even in like Virus History Dynamite for, I think, Young Me. And a couple other characters where like they link fireball into like a close heavy over and over again. But the slowdown on the game makes it hard to keep it going. The non-infinity chaos alone would be impossible to cover in a single stream. Only if you're talented. The infinite I showed you with Ignis is the only one I'm good enough to do. I can't, like all the other infinite AOF are too high skill. I can't do them. I don't think there's another single one I can actually do. Other than maybe the Kula one in 2000, but I had never tried it, so I can't guarantee that I can do that one. I'd have to practice it first and learn how it works. Oh, actually there's another infinite I know of. It's kind of a weird one though. And it's character specific. But I guess if we're talking about dumb infinites, we might as well include this. So let me go back to Fightcade real quick. Would they be easier on gamepads than on controllers? What do you mean? Isn't a gamepad a controller? I thought that was the same. Have you tried Kenso's Infinites in 99? I don't know Kenso's Infinites in 99. So no. I was not aware he had them. Alright, let's try Matra Melee. Now our ads are done. We're gonna look at a very specific infinite in Matra Melee that only works a single character for some reason. I don't know why this is, what it is, but it is. But for this one, you have to pick Clara. Oh, am I gonna be able to do a player 2? I had to make player 2 the right character, which I don't know how to do. Crap. Okay, this isn't gonna work. I'm looking for controls I don't even have. Let me reset this. Try this again. Like, it's great. Set player choose, like, movement controls to something this controller doesn't even have. Like, it looks like it's the right stick, which I don't have a stick. This is not a gamepad. Well, that's what it decided it was going to be. Anyway, this only works on Reiji. It's really weird. Gamepads are shaped like arcade machine layouts? Oh, I wouldn't. See, when I think of gamepad, I think of like an Xbox 360 controller or PS5 controller or something like that. Like your typical game controllers or what we usually, in the fighting game community, they call pad just like an actual like regular controller. Usually an Xbox controller, but potentially a PlayStation one as well. Anyway, Clara has a move when you think it's like, yeah, core circle back punch. Okay. Let's just give her a max meter now for some reason. Weird training mode stuff. But yeah, it creates a shockwave that hits on the ground. But there's a weird glitch with Reiji specifically. Oops, I'm not doing it right. Hold on. I have to time it. The thing you might notice here is she hits him again before he can get up. This is the only character in the game this works. I don't know why. It's something with his recovery speed. He can't get up before she can do it again. So all she has to do is knock him down once, and then she just spams the hammer over and over again, and he will be infinite to death. He cannot rise. He can't block it either, because you have to get to your feet first before you can block it. If you try this on any other character, they can crouch block it once they get up from the first one. But for some reason, Reiji can't do it, so it actually becomes a real combo. So it's a dumb infinite that only works one character in the game. But hey, if you are playing somebody who's a Reiji player, and you are struggling, and you can't beat them, and you want to be a cheap bastard, hit Clara and just spam this move, and you'll win. As long as you time it right, he'll never get up. What do they call arcade layout thing I see fighters using? Are you talking about a fight stick? a box with arcade buttons and a joystick on it. That basically looks like they took the top of our arcade cabinet and made it into a controller. Yeah, those are fight sticks. And to answer your question of what would be easier to play on, it all comes down to preference. What you're most used to, what you're most comfortable with. Obviously, these fighting games originate in arcades, so they're made to be played with an arcade layout, and that's why fight sticks exist. So some people will swear by them and say, hey, this is the only way to play. But I've also had a number of players who like, oh, I can't use that, and they swear by pad. They play on just like a regular, the Xbox controller, because they like the way the Xbox buttons, the D-pad specifically feels, and that works for them. I don't do either of those things. I've been a lifelong keyboard player, so I play with like arrow keys, and I actually have what they call a mix box, which is kind of a hybrid, where it has like arrow keys for movement on the right side like you would on a keyboard, and on the left side I have arcade buttons instead of keys. Like I've used this playing like with my keyboard keys, but now I just have arcade buttons in place. That's the same difference. But yeah, that's the style I use. And I can't play on arcade or on controller. Neither one of those I can do anything on. I have to use keyboard keys or I can't do moves. That's just me. Everyone's different. Most people say keyboard sucks is not viable, but I kick people's ass with keyboard. I can't kick anybody's ass with a controller, so there you go. Oh, another infinite I know of that I suck at doing. In 2001, Bao has an infinite where he ways out actually a couple infinites, but one of them is he just uses like he alternates between two of his like so he's got like these weird cycle ball attacks where he is the cycle ball and launches himself at you. And for some reason that game, if you do one, you cancel it into another one. So there's a setup you can do where you basically launch him, you have him launch himself at the enemy, cancel it, and you can keep like hitting them over and over again before they can recover because they keep canceling into other cycle ball attacks. And you infinite like that. Also, if you're on the ground and in the corner, I'm pretty sure he can do his back plus heavy kick command move and stomp on you, and you can stomp infinite with that. Which is really stupid. So there's a lot of weird dumb things he can do in that game. 2001 is a very broken game, known full of all kinds of nonsense. So it shouldn't be surprising. What else do I know? I know in Sailor Moon S, Uranus has an infinite, but I don't play her, so I don't know how to do an infinite, but like it's a core part of, I guess, playing her. Like anytime there's a tournament, people play Uranus and just do the infinite. And TOs allow it for some reason. I guess it's just really technical. Let's see, that makes sense as well. Mixbox makes it look like diagonals would be a bit harder, but I completely understand just being used to whatever. Yeah, that's how a keyboard would be though. The arrow keys don't have diagonals. But it works for me. Because it's precise. I can do the exact motion I want, whereas if I'm using like a D-pad or an analog stick or a joystick, like I feel like I can't stop where I want to, so like I'm trying to do like a quarter circle forward and my character will jump. I don't want that. That's not gonna do my move. I don't accidentally jump when I'm using keyboard keys. So that's why it works for me. And I can do all the kinds of complicated motions. Like I can do the pretzel input, which for those of you who don't know the pretzel input, let me see if I can pull that up. I have to show people. And the couple images actually we're gonna show you. to demonstrate what we're talking about. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. First of all, why it's called the pretzel. This is a move that started with Geese Howard and Fatal Fury, but there's a couple other characters who have this input, so it's become infamous. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to try to explain what this input is. Because it might be hard to understand one way, so I'll give you 2 different versions. So let me pull up the first one here. Where'd I save it? Nope, not there. Here it goes. This is a visual demonstration that will show you why this is called the pretzel input. Because that shape. That's the motion you have to make with your joystick. You start from like this bottom corner. Down, that would be down back. And then you would just basically go up, all the way diagonal, loop back around, and then go like back diagonal down again the other way. That's an input for a super, and for those of you who can't follow this little arrow demonstration, I'll show it to you a different way. It's going to be this bottom one on this list here. That's the actual input with arrows. Each direction you have to hit in sequence. That's the pretzel input for, and I can do that on keyboard. Some people struggle to do this with a joystick, which is built for joystick, because you can just do circles. I can do that on keyboard. It's not that hard for me. But I understand why people are like, that's ridiculous. I get it. But you might not believe me. You like, Shui, there's no way you could do that on the keyboard. That move's ridiculous. I know what you're thinking. So, let's get some evidence going. It would take a lot of practice. Let me go back to King of Fighters. Because there's a character in this game that has that input. Well, there's a couple characters probably, because I think is Geese in this one? No, I should be in this one. Doesn't matter. Let's go to practice mode. We're gonna go to our buddy. Where is he? Actually, I don't know who the characters are in this game. Oh, here he is. Oops, I accidentally put rap and select. Our buddy Nameless here. Hey, Shuggy. So, I see the command list in here to show you. Here's the command list. Here it is. Nope, that's not a command list. That's just something else. Are you kidding me? I thought this game had an in-game command list. You know an infinite? Oh, you missed all the infinites, Shuggy. I sure like, was it 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 infinites, I think I showed. Something like that. You missed them all. You're a little late to the party. But I'm astounded that this game does not have an in-game command list. Oh, I did select to do it, I see. If I could read. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you. So, look at the moves in this section, the top section here. Both of those, if you recognize that, that's the exact same input that we saw in the Geese chart there. That pretzel motion. So, those are his moves. Can I do those moves? We'll see. Hold on. Okay, I haven't done it in a while. I have to actually look at it again to remember what it is. Down, back, half circle back, and then down forward. Okay, I probably am rushing it because I forgot this game. The input time is weird. Dean wants to make a fool out of me. Am I doing it too fast? Yeah, if I'm backdashing, I'm probably going too fast. Okay, there we go. That's a 1. Yeah, see, it's not that hard. I just had to get into a rhythm before I was going too fast. But yeah, that's his moves. With that pretzel motion, go for them. On keyboard. So, if you're used to a control scheme, it'll work. You just have to practice and learn how to do moves in general. Doesn't matter what you use, you can do anything. And no motions are possible. There are some motions I generally struggle with, though. Like a 360 input is something I can't really do very well on keyboard, I will readily admit that. And if it's like a 720, it's even harder. I definitely don't do full circles and like double circles. I just stay away from that. Luckily, King of Fighters never has full circles. The most they have is a half circle, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I don't fear the pretzel input. Pretzel input's nothing. It will not tie me into a knot. I don't think there's any other games I know of that have infinites that I can do. I might be forgetting something. But I don't know of anything. Nothing comes to mind. You'll put the pretzel in your mouth. I mean, pretzels are tasty. Especially soft pretzels. Soft pretzels are really good. I knew someone who said she cannot stand pretzels, she hates them. But then her reason was because they were too hard. I'm like, you have to have a soft pretzel. Yeah, try soft pretzels. Those are the real things. Oh, not Auntie Annie's, though. I don't like they have a weird taste to me. I don't like them. But these give me like a basic old super pretzel, that's fine. I mean, there are people who can tie the stems of a cherry with their tongue. I'm sure there are people who can do KOF inputs with their tongue. I believe in it. I don't have a tongue, though. I'm just a... Let's get up close and personal. You see a tongue in there? There's no tongue in there. You can tie a knot in a cherry stem. You don't think you could do this hip twist with tongue? I don't know. I feel like the tying a knot with a cherry stem requires more dexterity than doing fighting game motions. I can barely tie a knot with my hands, much less with my tongue, that I don't have. Maybe that thing on the top of your head is a tongue? Which one? I got lots of things on my head. Head, tongue, this could make sense. So, to lick you, does that mean I just nuzzle you with my head? I just lower my head and go rub, rub, rub. There, I'm licking you. Is that how it works? Your hair is just all slime tons. Maybe, who knows? When you're a slime, all appendages are the same. Everything is a tongue, everything's a hand, everything's a foot. You don't have different things, you're just slime. What are appendages? Slime Hydra. Who knows what part you're touching me? You're touching any part of me. Maybe they're all tentacles. You never know. Every part of you is the same part of you. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Which means your head is also your butt. You're a butt head. Was all this just to set up that? But yeah, I hope I've sufficiently wasted everybody's time. I think I'm going to post a poll in the Discord server to determine what I'm going to play next week. I'm going to let the community decide. Unless nobody votes and decides to be a crappy community and then we don't get anywhere. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully the community will put their input in the put and we'll find out. How does it work with eyes? All parts are eyes? Yes, I can see you at all times. You know how some people say they have eyes in the back of their head? Well, I've got eyes everywhere. Maybe. You never know. What is the anatomy of a slime? But yeah, look for the Discord posts after the stream that I'll make for a poll so you can weigh in on what I play next. I've got a few options on the table, so just vote for what sounds most interesting to you. And assuming there's a clear winner, that's what we're going to be doing next week. And for the foreseeable future until I'm done with whatever that game is. What is the anatomy of a blob of jello? Exactly. How does a D&D slime find people? They don't have eyes, well, their own eyes anyway. I must find. Maybe they don't need eyes to see. Maybe they just see from every part of their body. How does Rimuru Tempest see? Finra just perceives. Doesn't need eyes, just can sense everything and sees through that way. Chways is something like echolocation, except it's slime-location. Sure, we'll go with that. Oh, I have to do a quick thing before I end the stream. Because I forgot to do something before the stream. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? sets the moisture in the air. All the moisture is inside of me. Oh my. Okay. I forgot to update my sub list for my end stream credits. Now I keep it up to date so everyone who's subbed is going to be in the credits. John Cube uses blind sight up to 60 feet. See? That's exactly like Rimuru. He's using blind sight. It's magic. Alright, let's see here. We find somebody to raid out to. If there's anyone on that's streaming anything worthwhile. Because I have my category set to retro, which trying to suggest everyone in the world who's retro set. I'm a fountain of these people. Like if it was a specific game that I liked or was playing that like I might raise them, I don't know, for the game, but not for retro because it's too generic. But sometimes they do that for like certain games. Like I know Cersei will raid people who are playing Trails stuff just because it's relevant to her streams. And see, we got Rogue Claim Minecraft. Don't know what that game Fia's playing. He's playing Overwatch, no thanks. Sorry, Bunny. I'm not an Overwatch person. What the heck is Captain playing? I thought Diz was still playing his Dreamfall. Did he beat that game already? Or is he just taking a break from it? Let's raid Diz and see what he's up to, because I don't know what this game is. But I guess I'll find out in a minute. Go check out that stream. For now, it is Slime out. Oh, he's in a collab, okay. It didn't say with Lemon, so that's why I was a little confused. Usually when he streams with Lemon, he puts it in the title. Oh well. But yeah. No, I mean, he puts Lemon's name, though, in the title of the stream to say he's doing it with Lemon normally. Yeah, but he didn't today, so that's why I got confused. Anyway, I'll be back next Tuesday. We'll see you all then. Until then, check out the cat.